What's up, everybody? My name is Braskus, and welcome to Panoramica. Kind of a while ago, I did a video on a game called Proteus, which is this very relaxing sort of walking simulator style game, and I think that's what this one is relatively similar to. I don't really know though, because I got a coupon for it from Steam one day, and it looked like it was interesting, and I decided I wanted to try it out, so we're trying it out. Other than that, I have no idea what this game is about. I know it involves heavy use of music, and apparently it has a photosensitivity warning. So if you are photosensitive, you've been warned. Maybe don't watch this. MIDI controller. Huh. Well, we're going keyboard and mouse for this one. For my parents, F. For my grandparents, D. Okay. I guess it was crowdfunded. I'm looking forward to seeing how this game actually works. Something's happening. That's exciting. Hold this key and move the mouse. Whoa. Hold any of these keys and move them. Jesus! Whoa! Okay. Can I hold all of them? I certainly can. Jeez. Alright, so at the moment it's a little chaosy. Did it want me to do that? Take a snapshot with tab? Sure, why not? Whenever you're ready, hold the transition key to advance. Well, it was a hell of a tutorial. And I can already play with it again. Huh. Well, I don't really know what all to say about this video so far. It's definitely a head trip. Wow. I have no words. I do not understand what I'm looking at right now. Okay. So I get the feeling, honestly, that it's really just kind of playing with the appearance of the music. Wait, is that actually gonna... Alright, so something's happening. About to go flying through some rings. Let's thin that out a little bit. Huh. Okay, and then if we hold the space bar, it should transition, right? Whoa. Whoa, okay, hold on. Can I... Okay, so let me go back to other ones, but I have to keep progressing through to the next one. As soon as it loads. Holy crap, okay. And we're probably going to tone everything back down to 0 real fast. Okay, so it automatically sets everything back. Huh, well that's pleasing. So that one's gonna give it color. What does this one do? Ooh, I like that. Ooh, pretty landscape. Let's have some big mountains. Ooh. Still waters or wavy waters. I guess like reeds or trees? I don't even know what those are. There we go. And the last part of it. Huh. So the ones on the left seem to be landscape oriented. The ones in the middle handle... I'm not even sure what the ones in the middle handle. Color, at least the one on the bottom. Oh, that's doing like a light generation thing that flies at you. That one I'm not quite seeing. And the other ones handle sort of the appearance of the... Huh. Well, I gotta tell you guys, I thought there'd be a little more to this. It's really cool in a sort of conceptual way. I'm gonna go ahead and skip forward to one more. See what happens. Oy. Okay. So we'll try one more here and see where we get with it. I realize I haven't talked a whole lot for this particular video. That's kind of like, I just don't even know what to say about it. It's very different from anything else I've ever tried. I've seen a lot of games that, you know, talk about playing it with audio, you know, but they usually use your own music library to do that. And there's usually like an objective to it, you know, racing through tunnels or something like that. This is the first one where you're pretty much literally just toying with, I guess, an equalizer? Ooh, okay, we'll tone that back to a more regular appearance, please. Doesn't it have a blue one somewhere? There it is. I'll stick with that. Subdued tones. There we go. Now. Big trees. Whoa, okay. Huh. And now it's just getting too hard to even see what's happening. I can't even tell. Yeah, okay. And transport right the hell out of that one. Okay. I'm going to put that there so it'll be quiet while I talk about this. I have no real words to describe this because I have nothing to compare it to. So I'll give it that much. This is a very, very original concept to me. But I'm not sure how I feel about it, because the soundtrack is obviously the strong point of the game. You have to have good music or this kind of falls short. But playing with the equalizer doesn't really always result in something I like. I mean, that last one made that abundantly clear. It just turned into noise at the end. You sort of lost track of the music. The second one, where you were kind of doing through the reeds with the water and the landscape, that one was kind of neat. But I get the feeling not all of these work that well. And when you play with the pitches in the wrong way, you can really start to hit your ear wrong. So I think it's a neat idea. I don't know how much I'll wind up playing it. And ultimately, it kind of feels like it would get old fast just because it's very... I mean, there's not a whole lot to it. There's no... Sometimes I can deal with a walking simulator because it's interesting. You're exploring, you're seeing what's new, you're seeing where to go, and you can kind of create your own objectives in that sense, where you want to see what's over the next horizon. You want to explore the world. You want to see what happens when you interact with the world, and stuff generally does. But in this scenario, you're just sitting there listening to a pre-built track and basically watching an equalizer. And I mean, you can do that with Windows Media Player. It's just in this one, you get to play with the equalizer a little bit. You know, you get to, I mean, case in point, this is even the loading menu. And all the same, even that's kind of a loud, noisy thing. You know, so it's a neat idea, but I don't know how much I like it as a game, or really even an experience. So, anyway, I don't regret having tried it because I'm curious about it, and it is refreshing to see new ideas, you know, and that's why I like indie games as much as I do, and I really want to support indie games that I find and I like, is because they tend to be the more creative ones, as opposed to the AAA scene anymore, which is 95% the same franchise just getting cranked out over and over and over again. Looking at you, Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed. So it's nice to see that people are taking new approaches and new ideas, but not all of those ideas work, and I kind of feel like this is one of those. It's a very interesting idea. It's a neat concept. I don't think I like the idea of playing with it as much as it encourages you to. If I were younger and I was more interested in the flashing lights and the pretty colors and whatnot, I'd probably be all sorts of into this game, but where I'm older now and I sort of appreciate everything for a cohesive vision. I like the music to match. I like there to be an interesting concept to it that really hooks me and pulls me in and makes me want to keep going. But this is just, it's playing with knobs and dials. You know, it's messing with the sound, it's messing with the picture, but ultimately it's already pre-decided. You have no control over where it goes or what it does really, other than the appearance, and that doesn't really drag me in too much. So again, I don't regret having tried it. I don't think it's that exciting past this. I was hoping it would be a lot more, but not all of them can be winners. So thank you everybody who stuck through and watched it, and if you have any comments or you disagree, I'd love to hear about it. So by all means, please let me know by leaving a comment in the section below. If you enjoyed the video, regardless if it's weird content, because again, this was a complete drug trip. I have no idea what to even talk about. I felt like I was just sitting there staring at the screen for half of it because I had no ideas or words or anything to bring to bear on this. But regardless, if you enjoyed it, please let me know by hitting the like button. And as always, I will see everyone in the next video. Catch you guys later.